Football fans, and welcome to Handlin Field for tonight's Apollo Conference matchup between the visiting Charleston Trojans and your Lincoln Railsplitters. A reminder that good sportsmanship is one of the primary purposes of the high school interscholastic athletic program. Athletes of the Apollo Conference recognize that judgment calls are made in good faith and they must abide by the decisions of the officials. Spectators, you can support member schools of the Apollo Conference by refraining from derogatory remarks or cheers. We hope you enjoy tonight's game and support your athletes in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. At this time, would you please rise, remove your hats, and face the flag for the singing of our national anthem by the Lincoln Community High School Choir under the direction of Ms. Kim Peterson-Quinn. Now let's meet tonight's starting lineup. First, for the Trojans of Charleston, they enter tonight's contest with an 0-2 record in the Apollo Conference and 1-2 overall. They're coached by Mr. Jerry Payne. The offensive starters for Charleston, offensive lineman number
Lincoln Railsplitter football's on the air. I'm Bobby V, along with Coach Ken Schweitzer on a beautiful evening here at Handlin Field as we get ready for Lincoln Railer football tonight. The Railsplitters on homecoming night take on the Charleston Trojans, and the Trojans haven't played at home yet this year. They've been on the road. This is their fourth game on the road in a year in this year's football season.
Yeah, Charleston, they've been three games on the road. They won their first game at Macomb and then have dropped two conference games in the Apollo Conference since then. So they're 1-2 coming into this game. They're coached by first-year head coach Jerry Payne, and they come into the Lincoln after losing twice to the Railers in the last 2 years. Lincoln has beaten them last year in a nail-biter, 26-25, and 2 years ago here, 40-14 the Railers won. So Railers hope to keep that winning streak going here and get their first victory of the season tonight.
The Railsplitters will be in their home uniforms in the greens, and Charleston will be the red helmets, the white jerseys, the red numerals, and the red pants. And they're announcing the seniors here as we get ready for the game here on homecoming night. I don't know if you caught the parade today, but it's always a great festival, and it's in conjunction also this weekend with the Railsplitter Fest.
A lot of activities going on, especially here at the high school all week long, and of course it culminates with this big football game, and that's what the week's all about, is the football game. And so the Railers are going to come out here, I'm sure, fired up. They're out introducing lineups right now. I think the Lincoln defense is getting lined up. The Railers, of course, coached by Matt Silkowski in his fourth season, and the Railers are led out there by quarterback Drayden Posgay. He's a senior. He's passed for 199 yards this year, completed 13 of 26. Haven't thrown the ball a lot, probably run the ball a little more than that. And to be quite honest, we don't know a whole lot about Charleston. We know they got that victory, scored 35 points in their opener, and then 14 against Mattoon, only 7 against Mount Zion. So we're a little unfamiliar with them, and we'll see what they bring out here tonight.
All we know is that their quarterback is Nick Cheney. He's a senior. The running backs are Braden Doyle and Corey Spohr. Spohr's a junior, and Doyle is a senior, so we'll have to see how things go there. It should be a pretty good contest tonight. Field is in excellent condition. The sun's going down, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with more of the Rail Splitter pregame.
Railers won the toss and deferred. They will be kicking to begin the game. Charleston will be receiving. The officials for tonight: Scott Kerr, the referee; Travis Huff, head linesman; Chad Huff, back judge; Jim Tidlow, the line judge; and Dave Bullock, the umpire.
All right, Lincoln's going to kick it off. It'll be Bogdanich to kick it off for the Railsplitters. He wears the number 22. And in his last outing, in fact, Bogdanich, coach, scored 11 points. He had 2 extra points, a field goal, and he went in for a touchdown. So he had quite an outing against Taylorville, and he's going to kick it away. And the 2 returners for the Trojans of Charleston are Sam Schutte and Corey Spohr as we get ready to rock and roll here from Handlin Field. And here's Bogdanich on the kick. He's got a good end-over-end kick. Charleston's going to pick it up at the 20 to the 25, look for the blocking at the 30 to the 35, finally taken down at about the 32-yard line. That was number 23, Gibbons, for the Railsplitters on the tackle.
Yeah, Gibbons is Lincoln's leading tackler this year with 27 tackles, 12 solos, and 15 assists so far this year, the first 3 games of the season.
Defensively for the Railers up on that front line, the nose guard is J.T. Gazzardo. He's a senior, 6'2", 220. The defensive ends, Braden Rolfs. He's a sophomore. He wears the number 80. He's 6'6", 245. And on the right side of the line, it's Isaiah Wynn. He's a junior. Wears the number 74 off to his running back. Breaks off the right side at the 40, 45. He's got a first down and more into Lincoln territory, and he's finally spun down at the Lincoln 45-yard line.
Yeah, Charleston spread the field. They had 3 wide receivers on the right side and 1 on the left, and handed it off to his fullback straight up the middle. He got past the line of scrimmage and big running room down to Lincoln territory, the 45.
Braden Doyle, he's a big guy. He was the fullback there for Charleston. Ball spotted near the near side hash mark. They'll go 2 receivers here on the near side. 2 on the far side of the field. Out of the shotgun, run 1 lone running back. Here's the snap, 1st and 10. Handed off to the big guy up the middle across the 40, and he's finally taken down at the Lincoln 38-yard line. Again, that was Braden Doyle on the run for Charleston, and they're now deep into Lincoln territory at the 38-yard line.
A little different formation, but same play. Big man up the middle, and he found more running room, about 7 yards on that carry.
Big, powerful kid. And they've got some big guys up on that front line to block for him. 2 receivers to the wide side of the field, 2 are here on the near side. Doyle again in the backfield. Cheney, the quarterback, out of the gun. Long count. Now he's got the snap. 2nd down. There's Doyle again. Up the middle. He's at the 30, at the 25, and 1 man for Lincoln was able to run him down from behind. He had plenty of running room. And that was number 1 for the Railsplitters.
Brought down by Peyton Anderson.
Anderson on the tackle. Peyton Anderson, he's a senior, 5'8", 180 here on homecoming night at Handlin Field. So another first down for Charleston, and they go with the running game, the big guy, and they're down to the 21-yard line of the Railsplitters.
And why wouldn't you? He's big, as you said, Bob. He's tall, and he's got well built, and he runs hard.
Trips to the right this time. Cheney out of the gun. Doyle in the backfield. He's got 1 wide out to the left. Here's the snap. Throws it out in the flat. Scotty's man. Penalty. He's on the run. That's number 25. Close to the end zone, and he's taken down at the 2-yard line. Tackle in on the tackle was Anderson and Schweitzer for Lincoln. That was Corey Spohr.
And the way they act, it looks like this penalty may be coming back against Charleston. They're moving back, so it's going to be a penalty against the Trojans. A break for the Railers because that pass play was completed down to about the 2-yard line. That time they had 2 wideouts on each side and threw to the wide man who cut inside and had some blocking and got the big gain, but it's going to come back.
You're right, Coach Ken. They have just rocked the Railsplitters back on their heels to start this game, and we needed a break like that. Railsplitters with the green helmets, the green jerseys, the white numerals, and the white pants. The linebackers for Lincoln, the inside linebackers, are Alec Bogdanich. He's a senior, number 22, 6'2", 200. And Devin Gibbons, as Coach told you, he leads the team in tackles. He's number 23, 5'10", 190. The outside linebackers, Tony Gandolfi. He's a sophomore, number 18, 6 foot 175. And Brandon Schweitzer, a senior, number 2, 5'8", 155. Here's Cheney out of the gun. Snap, handed off to Doyle, right side. He's at the 25, stacked up at about the 22-yard line. Now he's knocked. There's a little extracurricular activity, but nothing serious there. A couple of guys knocking each other around. Big number 77 for Lincoln in on the play, and that was Tanner Stramp. He's a junior, 5'10", 250.
A little better closure there by the Railers. They stopped him for only 3 yards on that time, and he didn't get past the line of scrimmage, which was a big plus for the defense.
The corners out there for Lincoln are Jaden Paulus. He's number 8, 5'11", 175, and Jaden Graham. He's number 10, 5'8", 155. They're both seniors. Here's Cheney. He's got a man in motion. He pitches the man in motion. That's Spohr. Lincoln misses the tackle. Cuts to the 20. Tries to cut upfield, and he's nailed right at the 19-yard line. The guy that made the big hit there was number 10 for the Railsplitters. That was Jaden Graham.
Prater was there also, and there's a flag, late flag in there, and I'm not sure if that's going to be against Lincoln. Or maybe it could be a clip way out there. I didn't see a blocker.
Here's the call from the official.
Yeah, it's a face mask against the Railers. I didn't see the head turn, but it's going to be a big walk-off against Railers and a first down.
Officials tonight are out of the Bloomington Normals Officials Association. Scott Kerr is the referee. Jim Titlow is the line judge. Travis Hupp is the head linesman. David Bullock's the umpire.
And that was an incidental one, so it wasn't a first down, but sets up a second and short, about 3, inside the 15 on about the 14-yard line.
Charleston going to go with 3 receivers here to the near side. Cheney out of the shotgun. He's got Doyle in the backfield. 1 wide out to the left side. He's got the snap. Hand off Doyle, right side. Tries to cut it upfield. Spins, fights, keeps his feet moving, and he's down just inside the 10-yard line, about a football length inside the 10.
I'm sure Lincoln saw a lot of film on Charleston, at least probably all 3 games they've played so far. Knew that Cheney was a good hard runner, or not Cheney, but the fullback. Doyle, and still hard to stop him though.
8:20 left for the first quarter. No score yet, but Charleston has controlled the field, except for one big penalty. Going to be Cheney out of the gun. Doyle in the backfield, the big guy, trips to the right on the near side. Here's the snap. Fumble. Doyle fumbled. There's a Railer there fighting for it.
And they got it. Lincoln got it.
Railsplitters got it.
Him.
That's number 74, Isaiah Wynn. Number 74, the junior, 6'2", 280, and he pounced on that fumble. It was a missed handoff from Cheney to Doyle, and Wynn saw it, and he dove on the football, and Lincoln's got possession, 1st and 10.
Well, I think Doyle got on it maybe first. Wynn just outfought him for that ball and got it away from him and wrapped up around it, and Lincoln has their first possession of the night.
That's a good call. Coach Wynn just showed a lot of desire here on homecoming night and took that football away. Prater here to the near side for the Railers. He's the wideout. Posgay out snap, hands it off. Lincoln on the left side fight their way up to around the 15-yard line, about a yard gain there. Try to pick up who that was. Is that Paulus? Paulus on the run for the Railsplitters, number 8, Jaden Paulus. He's a senior.
Paulus, the ball carrier.
No huddle. Posgay out of the guns. Got the snap. Throws it quickly on the right side. On the right side of the field. Spins. Penalty on the play. That was Jaden Graham who caught the pass.
Pass complete to Graham.
On the wide side of the field, but there was a penalty against the Rail Splitters.
I think it's going to be a hold against the Railers. He was getting a nice block out there by his tight end, Cameron Whiteman. But I think maybe he got a little hold in there also as part of that block, and that is going to bring the play back.
Up on that front line for Lincoln, the center is Justin Horsham. He's a senior. Wears the number 63. He's 6'1", 195. The guards are Tanner Stramp. He's number 77, a junior, 5'10", 250. And J.T. Gazzardo, number 69, 6', 220. The tackles are Jake Benniger. Wears the number 68. He's one of the captains, 6'5", 310. And Isaiah Hunn. He's the man that got the fumble on the defensive side. He's a junior, number 74, 6'2", 280. Posgay out of the gun, wing formation. 2 receivers here, 3 receivers on the left side. He rolls to his left. Now he's going to throw it long. He's got a good arm on him. Prater, no, it's picked off by Charleston at the 45-yard line. Number 12 for Charleston picked it off. It'll be 1st and 10 for Charleston. Prater came in there at the last second, and he couldn't get it. Sam Schutte, number 12, with the good hands, the safety for Charleston, intercepts at the Lincoln 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Trojans.
You know, I think if Posgay had thrown that a little sooner, he had his receiver open for a while, but then he ran into the deep coverage, and they made a nice catch there on that interception.
Lincoln defense got to go to work again. The safeties for Lincoln are Peyton Anderson, where's the number 1. He's a senior, 5'8", 180, and Austin Prater, number 17, 6', 165. Cheney out of the gun. He's got Doyle off to his right side. No, that's Spohr. Spohr's got the football, breaks the tackle. Now he's on the run, and he's still on his feet. One man to get him, and he takes him down. That was Anderson. Saved the long run on the far side of the field. Peyton Anderson on the tackle for the Rail Splitters.
So far, the Trojans have been able to get to the corner and get around the corner pretty easily. There's not been much contained there on the outside at the line of scrimmage, and they're getting big yardage on the outside, and they were running well on the inside. So Lincoln's defense going to have to find an answer for this offensive onslaught from the Trojans.
They gave the big guy a break there, Braden Doyle. He's been hauling the mail, and now it's the speedster, as Coach told you. Corey Spohr in the backfield for the men in red and white for Charleston. 1st and 10 at the 24 of the Rail Splitters. Going to throw it out in the flat. He's got his man. Now it's Spohr. Spohr out in the flat, breaks 2 tackles, stays on his feet, and then he's finally taken down. That's number 22, Alex Bogdanich, on the tackle for the Railers.
We've got another flag in there. He was pretty elusive. Lincoln had a hard time getting a hold of a leg there and taking him down, but we got a flag on the field.
Gibbons was also there. He was late getting up off the field, but Bogdanich was the man that wrapped him up first, and it's a penalty against the Charleston Trojans.
He even played half of a quarter, Bob, and that's, I think, the 4th penalty already.
That's right. 6:36 left for the first quarter. I want to thank all our fine sponsors that bring you Lincoln Rail Splitter football. 1st and 10 at the 10. Don't forget to stop by Family Custom Cleaners, Tanning 24-hour laundromat and U-Haul dealer located at 621 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Watch for dry cleaning and super canning specials with 24-hour laundromat available. Phone 735-2505 for more information. And there's Beck's Travel out on the west side of Lincoln. That's Beck's Travel Plaza on Lincoln's west side, open 24/7, 365 days a year, featuring video gaming. Here's a pass. That's Spohr out in the flat on the right side, and he's wrapped up. They have a tough time taking him down, and they finally do. That was Peyton Anderson there, along with number 8 for the Rail Splitters. That is Jaden Paulus, also in on the tackle for the Rail Splitters.
Charleston lines up with either 2 or 3 wide receivers, and they throw to the widest guy, and he steps back inside and gets some blocks from his inside receivers there, and that's how he gets loose. That was a shorter gain that time, but another completion, 3rd time to that receiver.
Don't forget to get your easy in-and-out diesel fuel at Beck. 2nd and 7 for Charleston at the Lincoln 19. 5:35 left for the first quarter. Here's the snap. Here's the handoff to the big man Doyle. Breaks a couple tackles, and he's down across the 15. We'll try and pick up who took him down. Coming out of there with his helmet off is Bogdanich. He's going to have some helmet repair after that play. And checking in for the Rail Splitters is number 52, and that is Jared Merriman. He's a junior, 5'9", 210, is 2nd and 1 at the 13 for the Charleston Trojans. They come in with a record of 1 win, 2 losses. Lincoln coming off a tough loss on the road last week against Taylorville, 19-17. Cheney out of the gun. Hands off. No, he keeps it. Fake the handoff to Spohr, and he's wrapped up around the 10-yard line. In on the tackle for Lincoln, big number 68, the captain, Jake Benedger.
Yeah, you knew that was coming eventually. You didn't know when the quarterback would keep that ball after faking the handoff. He did it that time, picked up about 3 on the play.
Checking back in, number 69, JT Gazzardo.
They've got a pretty diverse offense here, Bob. They got some good runners, quarterback's not bad, and they've got some receivers out there. So they spread that field. They got 3 wides this time on the left side and 1 on the right.
You're right, Coach. Good all-around talent. They're tough to stop. Cheney out of the gun. Wants to throw. Got a man open in the flat. Picks it up. There's a railer there to cut him down from behind. That was Schweitzer, and there was also another railer out there. It might have been Gibbons. Also out there helping out on the D was Jaden Graham.
Another first down for the Trojans, and when they're deep in your own territory like that, the defense has to play a little tighter on those receivers and not let them have any running room after catches like that.
So that's first and goal at the 3. Cheney wears the number 5. He's a senior. Got the big man in the backfield with him. Long count. Here's the snap. They hand it off right side, and he's in the end zone. That's a touchdown for Charleston. That's Braden Doyle, number 28, on the touchdown for Charleston, and they lead at 6-0 with exactly 4 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to deny him first and goal from the 3 with Doyle the way he runs, and he did that. He just put his head down and went right across the goal line.
So attempting the extra point will be Connor Woodley. The long snapper is Drew Matheny. On the hold to lead the Cheney. Here's the boot. It's up, and it's through the uprights. It'll make the score Charleston 7, Lincoln 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds. For the Effingham Trojans. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter, and Charleston leads the Railsplitters 7-0. Lincoln yet to take the field. Now they're coming out. It'll be Brandon Schweitzer back deep for the Railsplitters, along with Jaden Graham, number 10. They're both seniors. Schweitzer and Graham. And Connor Woodley will kick it away for Charleston. Beautiful evening here at Handlin Field. Mr. Handlin, go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, no, it might be a little warm out there on the field because it was warm today, but
Schweitzer grabs it in the end zone, runs out to the 5, and now he stepped in the end zone.
Thank goodness.
Yes, sir.
Whoa.
That would have been a battle, little bighorn coming back upfield.
We'd have been inside the 10 on that one probably, but anyway, official was right on the spot there. Once the ball or he steps in the end zone like that, that's an automatic touchback, and ball comes out to the 20.
Where it'll be first and 10 for the Railsplitters. That ran 18 seconds off the clock, that play.
The kickoff?
Mm-hmm. First and 10 for the Railers at the 20.
Hey guys, we 4 minutes on the clock. Yeah, we are.
And here we go.
They're getting that clock fixed up, and then we'll be ready to go. Here we go.
There's 4 minutes back on the clock. We were into the twilight zone there for a little bit. Posgay out of the gun. He's got a couple of blockers back there with him. He hands it off to one of them off the left side, and he makes his way up to the 20.
That was...
Is that Bogdanich? Yes. Yeah. So he got back to the line of... Well, they might give him a yard.
I'm not sure if there was a mix up there or what, because he kind of came left and his blockers weren't there. They kind of went ahead or to the right. And all white shirt, a lot of white shirts there, but no green.
And look at the clock on the field. That's only supposed to be 25 seconds, isn't it?
No, it started. Well,
Here we go. Here's a pitch outside. That's Graham around the right side. He's got some good blocking, and he's finally taken down around the 25-yard line. 5-yard pickup there for Graham.
I'm not sure that ball didn't come loose over there, but Lincoln still has it.
So the play clock's 40 seconds?
No.
That's not right.
Oh, that's all right. We'll never have a delay that way.
That's true. Is that just for Lincoln? Whiteman split wide to the right. Prater here to the near side. We've got 3 receivers here on the near side, as a matter of fact. Posgay out of the gun. Horsham snaps it. Now he throws it out in the flat. He's got his man out there, and he's up to about the 29-yard line. That was Jaden Paulus on the reception for the Railsplitters on that 3rd and 5.
You got about 4.
Ball is spotted on the near side hash mark, just across the 28-yard line. So it's going to be 4th and a deuce for the Railsplitters. 2:31 left in the first quarter. Charleston leads the Railsplitters 7-0. You're listening to 96.3 FM on your radio dial. WLCNonline.com. Jaden Posgay will punt it away for the Railsplitters. Back deep is Spohr, number 25. And number 12 is Sam Schutte.
Posgay's been averaging a little over 37 yards a kick, Bob.
Here it is, high one, end over end. Let's hope we get a good bounce.
Nope.
And no, it's going to bounce back, and it's going to be grounded by Anderson. And they're going to say he grabbed it at the
about the 44, I think.
44-yard line.
There was a little pressure that time on Posgay. Usually he hasn't had that much pressure, but they had some white shirts coming through. He had to maybe kick it a little quicker than he wanted to, and went more high than it did long. And
don't forget to employ Mike Mosky, auctioneer service and real estate, serving Logan County and Central Illinois for years. Phone 217-519-3959. And to see upcoming auctions and real estate, go to MoskyAuction.com. That's Mike Mosky for all your auctioning needs. Cheney out of the gun for Charleston. He's got the snap, throws out in the hands. Spohr's got it, almost picked off by Lincoln, and Spohr now down to the 35-yard line. Quickly threw it out in the flat. There was a rail splitter there. Prater in on the tackle for the Railsplitters. Also there, number 8, and that is Jaden Paulus.
That was Brandon Schweitzer trying to make a quick interception there. He took a gamble there and just about got it, but missed, and that gave the receiver a chance to pick up some extra yards, 9 yards on that first play.
So it'll be 2nd and 1 at the Lincoln 35-yard line. Braden Doyle, the big guy in the backfield. Nick Cheney got the snap, throws it out in the flat to Spohr. Spohr on the right side, straight arm, and he's finally knocked out of bounds by Prater. Bogdanich was also there. Also in pursuit were Wynn, and also for Lincoln out there was, I couldn't pick him up, sorry. Oh, that was Gibbons. Gibbons was also out there to help. 1st and 10, they move the chains. Ball at the Railsplitter 22-yard line. Going to be a lot of Abe Lincolns in town tomorrow. Up by the courthouse. Here's bad snap in the backfield, and Cheney dives on it. Quickly back there for the Railsplitters was Tony Gandolfi, but he just couldn't quite get there. Cheney dove on it. A big loss for Charleston back at the Railsplitter 38-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure he took his eyes off it or the ball was it was a high snap, but he got by him. Break for the Railers now. That was a first down play, so now it's going to be 2nd and about 25 or so. Railers got to tighten up the defense here.
Coach, I looked at the gun. That was a 97-mile-per-hour snap.
That guy's good.
He is.
Strong, a little high.
Cheney out of the gun. He's got Doyle on his left side. 2nd and 26. We're in the red. Still on the run, and he's finally taken down. We'll try and pick out who it was for the Railsplitters.
I take sorry, Bob. You got who?
I think it might have been Benninger got all the way out there.
Really?
Not sure.
Containing is a hard thing to do, but you got to contain those outsides. And when you don't, they turn that corner and they pick up big yards. And they did that right there on that play. Now it's a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and about 6 to go.
And that's going to be the end of the first quarter as the clock runs down. The score here at the end of one quarter, 12 minutes of play, is the Charleston Trojans 7 and the Lincoln Railsplitters 0. We'll be back in 60 seconds. yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 16 as we come back to play here. As we start the second quarter. Charleston leads at 7-0. They got 2 receivers here on the near side, 2 on the far side of the field. Cheney in the backfield along with the big guy Doyle, Braden Doyle. Here's the snap. He's got plenty of time to throw. Across the middle, almost picked off by Devin Gibbons. Gibbons on a nice play there.
Well, their success so far in that first quarter was all thrown to the outside. This time they tried to throw it over the middle, Bob, and there were some green shirts there in the way, and they weren't able to connect, and Lincoln knocked that down. So it's going to be a 4th and about 16. I thought it was 6, but yeah, the sticks down there a little farther, so it's 4th and 16, and it looks like they're going to punt from Lincoln's 29-yard line. Beware of a fake.
It'll be Connor Woodley to punt it away. Back for the Railsplitters. Is that Graham? Is that number 10? That's Jaden Graham. There's the snap into the end zone.
Yeah.
Prater almost blocked out. How to afford both. Call contact Sal Polish, your financial advisor, located at 1400 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Phone 217-732-4001. Sal Polish, Edward Jones, making sense of investing. Member SPRC. Here come the Railsplitters on the run. Down, a good pickup there off the right side. Got some good blocking. That was Anderson on the run for the Railsplitters. Peyton Anderson.
He got out to about 3 or 4, almost 4 yards to the 24, but he had a little running room. He got some blocking up front and kept his legs driving, got about 4.
He's a strong young man, 5'8", 180. Here to the near side, it's Whiteman. To the far side of the field, it's Prater. Horsham comes up over the football. Wing formation, Posgay out of the shotgun, 2nd and 6. Lone running back, and he spins and he hands it off to Jaden Paulus on the right side. And Paulus fights.
That was a nice little counter there for the Railers. They've run that a lot this year and picked up 5 on the play, so it sets up a 3rd and short. Need to pick up a first down here and keep the possession so the defense can stay off the field for a while and try to move the ball down the field.
Cameron Whiteman goes to the sideline. He's got the play, gives it to Posgay. They break the huddle, and here we go. Prater split to the wide side of the field. Whiteman over here. Across the 30, and for Lincoln, that was
Anderson again.
Peyton Anderson again.
He got enough for a first down there. Lincoln's first down of the game.
Good blocks there, and a great effort by Anderson to pick up the 1st and 10 for the Railsplitters. 10:27 left here in the second quarter. Railsplitters trail Charleston 7-0. Again, it's Prater split wide to the left. To the near side, it's Cameron Whiteman. Posgay out of the gun. Looks along the sideline. He's got a lone running back. Here's the snap. Wants to throw out in the flat. Oh, man, right through the hands of Jaden Graham. He was wide open out there. He just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, that was the ball was up a little bit, but not so much that it shouldn't be caught. It was slightly forward.
Maybe
pass play. It looked like somebody in the backfield went the wrong way because Posgay turned and there was nobody there to hand off to.
Loss of 11 yards there, back to the 21-yard line.
I don't know what went wrong there, but I don't think Posgay was going to throw and was running for his life to the sideline. Now we're back to the 21-yard line.
Yes, sir. 3rd and 21 for the Railsplitters. Prater split wide to the left. There's trips out there. They also have Jaden Graham and Cameron Whiteman. Posgay out of the gun. He's got the snap. Got a little time. Now he wants to run, but it's too late. Got back out to about the 22, 23-yard line. We're going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, he picked up a couple there, but just no time to look and find receivers downfield. They're going deep downfield. There's no time to throw it deep. He just needs to let it go, I think, and hope somebody can run under it, make sure it's far enough that they can't intercept it.
4th down, 4th and 18. Posgay will have to punt it away. Horsham will snap it to him. Horsham, nice sidewinder, takes a good Lincoln bounce, picked up at the 45. That's Sporer at the 50, back to our 45, and then he's finally knocked down at about the 43-yard line. Tackle for Lincoln. Try and pick up who those gentlemen were. Gibbons was there, and the guy Schweitzer was in on the tackle for Lincoln.
That punt was kind of a knuckleball, Bob. It looked like a low one and a line drive knuckleball, and it
didn't even
took a bounce, and they did pick it up and got a few yards back. But Lincoln, they got a timeout here. I'm not sure what this is, but they're taking a timeout, and I think maybe it's an official's timeout for them to get water here. It's a hot night out there on the field, even though the sun's down, but it's a hot day and it's still hot out there, and they take this mandatory water break for both teams.
And so that means whether you bathe in the bathtub or bathe in the sink, soft water is the water your skin wants to drink. A Culligan water softener helps take out the hard stuff like calcium. Call Culligan Water Systems in Lincoln today at 735-4450. That's 735-4450 for Culligan Water, or stop by 318 North Chicago Street and see how easy soft water can be. Michelle Bauer, Country Financial Agent, located at 211 South McLean Street in historic downtown Lincoln. Phone 735-9705 to arrange an appointment to discuss all your insurance and financial needs. That's Michelle Bauer at 735-9705. Here's Cheney out of the gun, 1st and 10 in Lincoln territory at the 43. He hands it off to the big guy Doyle, and student body tries to bring him down, and they finally do it around the 37-yard line. One of the guys off the bottom of the huddle for the Lincoln there, I think was that 52? That was Jared Merriman. He's a junior, 5'9", 210.
Gazzardo coming back on the field here on defense. He was off for a break there, but he's back in the nose.
2nd and 4 for the Trojans. Here's the snap. Cheney hands off. I believe that's Spohr, and it is. He's very fast at the 25, spins, fights, finally thrown out of bounds. Over there was Devin Gibbons and also Tony Gandolfi.
We got a late flag after the play out there. I don't know if somebody said something or what, but I saw Railer kind of fling his hands up in the air, so I don't know what happened.
Pretty aggressive tackling there, and
yeah, this was not on the tackle though. This was back on the field. I want to call it a personal foul on the Railers.
That's going to be a big penalty. Spohr shook up on the play. He's going to the sideline under his own power.
Penalty against the Railers. Moves the ball down to the 13-yard line.
Checking in.
First down.
They're all the way down to the 13-yard line now, and they're close to putting another one on the board here. The Railers defense needs to pick it up and kind of get in front of some of those runners and drive them backwards instead of dragging along with them.
They've got 3 receivers out to the right side, 1 man to the near side. Here's the snap. They give it to the big man, Braden Doyle, on the right side. And he keeps his feet moving down around the Lincoln 5-yard line. We'll have to see where they spot it. A lot of rail splitters there. The final guy to take him down. See if I can pick that man's number.
He's looking for Tony Gandolfi was in there, and he was trying to. It looked like he was trying to pull the ball away from that ball carrier there, Bob. I thought maybe he was getting close to doing it, but they hung on and got down to the Lincoln 5-yard line.
Gandolfi very aggressive. He's a sophomore, 6 foot, 175-pounder.
Time clock's running loud, and they do.
For the best place to meet all your friends before and after the Rail Splitter game, it's the Alibi Saloon, located at 415 Pulaski Street in downtown Lincoln, home of the best bacon cheeseburger in Logan County. That's at the Alibi Saloon. Of course, it's right there on the alley on Pulaski Street, 415 Pulaski Street. Lincoln Culver's, located on Lincoln's west side, open 7 days a week, beginning at 10:30 a.m., featuring a wide array of food, including the famous butter burger and cheese curds. Don't forget the concrete mixer. Stop by before and after the Lincoln Rail Splitter football game. Phone 732-7300. That's 732-7300 for Lincoln's Culver's for flavor of the day options. For your sewer needs, it's D&D Sewer Service in Lincoln. Complete sewer service and portables with 24/7 emergency service available. Phone 732-8137 for our affordable rates. That's D&D Sewer Service. Lincoln Rail Splitters back out on the field. It's going to be 2nd and goal at the 5 for Charleston with 7:23 left here in the second quarter. Charleston leads Lincoln 7-0. You're listening to 96.3 FM. WLCNonline.com. Here's the snap to Cheney. Hands off Doyle, and he's hit immediately. Right at the line of scrimmage. Couldn't pick up who that was, but they nailed the big guy for a loss, actually, back about the 6-yard line.
It was a great defensive charge right there, Bob, and that's what they got to keep doing to get across that line.
So it's 3rd down.
It'd be a big plus here if the Railers could keep them out of the end zone.
Back around the 6-yard line. 3 receivers here to the near side now. 1 out, flank to the right side. It's a snap to Cheney. Touchdown. That was Spour for the touchdown. S-P-O-U-R. And now the score, 13-0 Charleston. Spour took it in from 6 yards out.
He was virtually untouched there going across the line. There's a little traffic there, but not much. And we got a penalty out there, Bob. That's going to pull that back. They're coming backwards. I never saw the flag on the field.
So take the points off the board. Get your erasers out and take that 6 off.
What a break.
Going to bring the football back to the 14-yard line.
Wow, Lincoln's had some breaks here in this first half, Bob. Fumble.
So it's going to be 3rd and long now. 2 receivers out the wide side of the field, 2 here on the near side. Cheney out of the gun. He's got Doyle in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. Cheney wants to throw.
Overthrown.
Incomplete. Good job there on the defense. There was a Railer that got in there and knocked the quarterback down. That was Jaden Graham.
Cheney showed a nice arm there. He threw the ball hard, Bob, but he threw it too high there into the end zone over the middle, and the receiver wasn't able to get it. They had a couple green shirts down in that area, too, playing defense.
The quarterback down. So now it's going to be 4th and 11, and I believe they're going to try a field goal.
Yeah, it's from the 20-yard line. It'd be a 30-yard field goal for right in the middle of the field here.
That's Connor Woodley. There's the hold, the snap.
Nice and high.
The kick through the uprights. Good. That'll make it 10-0 on the field goal there by Connor Woodley with 6:35 left here in the second quarter. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Kick it away. He kicked the field goal, and now he's going to kick it away. Where's the number 9? Woodley. Nice. He's got a powerful leg. Lincoln's got it at the 5. Out to the 10, 15, 20. Try to cut up field at the 25. Still on the run. That's Schweitzer at the 40, at the 45, 50, at the 45, 40 along the sideline, 35. Knocked out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Schweitzer with a great run and gets Lincoln into great Handlin Field as you look down in the stands. And Schweitzer broke a big one there.
Yeah, he made a nice catch down there on the kickoff, probably down around the 10, Bob, and he came straight up and then cut to the right and outran some defenders, and he showed some great speed getting up there, and thought he was a little deeper than that, but he stepped out on about the 31-yard line of the Trojans, so Railers have great field position to start this possession. They need to do something offensively and get into the end zone.
Prater split wide to the right side of the field. Here's Graham to the near side, wing formation. Posgay out of the. He's got time to throw. Got time.
No.
Oh, now here comes the pressure. He breaks away from the tackle, and now he's going to run along the sideline, pump fake, and he gets a yard out of it. Maybe 2 across the 30-yard line.
I think. Let's see where they put it. He got something out of it, not much, but.
On the 30-yard line.
Got a yard.
I think he goes back there and he's waiting too long for the receivers to get wide open. He has to kind of anticipate where they're going to be open and let the ball go and know that he's got a good enough arm to get it where he wants it, and that hopefully they'll show up at the right time. And they're not going to get wide open.
Whiteman split here to the near side. Posgay out of the gun again. Man in motion. And they hand it off. Bogdanich up the middle. Got some good running room.
Handoff off his left guard there.
First and 10 for the Railsplitters at the 17. 5:03 left for the first half. Lincoln trails at 10-0. You're listening to 96.3 FM. You can get us on WLCNonline.com. Man in motion. Posgay. Hand off Bogdanich again. And he keeps his feet moving, and he's close down, coach, to another first down.
Yeah, I didn't see where he got. Yeah, you're right, Bob. That was a little fake in the backfield. Anyway, he got it. It went straight ahead. He's getting some great blocking up front, picking up some nice yardage. See where they put it.
It's like demo derby out there for him. They mangle his helmet up. Anderson checks in. Man in motion. They hand it Anderson. Fights for the first down. He looks like he's got it.
He's inside the 5. That was at least a 4-yard pickup, 5-yard pickup.
So it'll be first and goal for the Railsplitters.
Anderson got 5 on that one.
At the 5, first and 5, man in motion. This is, I believe, Anderson off the left side.
He's got it close. He got down to about the 2.
Good plunge there. Some blocking out there from Benninger and Whiteman and Stramp.
Ball carrier down inside the 3. Second goal.
Second goal at the 2. Posgay out of the gun, talking to his lone running back. Wing formation. 2 receivers here to the right side. Posgay's got it. Hands it off. Nothing there.
Too much penetration by the defense that time into the backfield, and Anderson barely got the ball before he had white shirts grabbing for him.
So it'll be third and goal, knocked back about the 4-yard line. Whiteman checks in with the play. Clock on the move. 3:40 left for the first half. Lincoln's got 2 plays to get into the end zone. Prater split wide to the left. Whiteman here on the near side. Paulus on the right wing of the wing formation. He goes in motion. They hand it off.
Get him. He's close.
Is that Graham?
Yes.
Jaden Graham, and he's close. No call from the official. It's going to be 4th down and goal now. 4th and
it's on the 1.
4th and 1.
I got the binoculars out. They got a big kid over the ball. Man, is he a big boy?
Yeah, he's a 300-pounder.
He moves okay. And there's another one on a tackle right side. We didn't have any statistics on their size from the Charleston lineup.
Posgay out of the gun. Takes his time, tries to pull him offside. Man in motion. Here's the handoff. Anderson. Touchdown, Lincoln. Anderson. Peyton Anderson on the 1-yard plunge. And we got a 10-6 ball game with 2:42 remaining in the first quarter. Bogdanich will attempt the extra point. It'll be Horsham on the snap. And on the hold, it'll be Jaden Graham. Bogdanich kicks the left foot, the senior. Here's a snap by Horseman, the placement by Graham. Here's the kick, soccer style. Good. 10-7. Lincoln trails it by 3 with 2:42 left here in the first half. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Bogdanich on the kick from his own 40. It's going to come down to Luke Bell. Bell at the 10. Drops it. He dropped it. Lincoln fights for it. They've got it.
No, they didn't.
No, it went out of bounds. Luke Bell, he couldn't handle the kick. There were like 3 or 4 Railsplitters there, and they just couldn't get to it.
Went out of bounds before Lincoln could get possession. It was bouncing. Oh, yeah, it was there for the taking, and they just couldn't get it. Went out of bounds on about the 28-yard line.
Got good field position on a bad bounce. They lucked out there. All right, defense got to hold on.
There's 2:36 left in the half. Lincoln trailing 10-7. Yeah, we just need some defense here, and we'll be satisfied, I think, to go in down only 3 at the half.
Here comes Charleston.
They're unbalanced here to the left side.
Cheney out of the gun. He's got a new running back. He wants to throw to the sideline. Now he's going to go deep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Get it. Get it. They knocked it loose. It's still loose. Railsplitters got it. Railsplitters got it. Somebody knocks it loose. It's Lincoln ball. It's Schweitzer. Brandon Schweitzer got the fumble. That Lincoln defense would not be denied. We've got 2:28 left with the ball at the 18-yard line here in the first half from Handlin Field and Lincoln.
Yeah, there might have been
2 knocked it loose for Lincoln. That was
there might have been a little question whether he was throwing that ball or not, but there's no replay here in high school. And
they say Jared Merriman knocked it loose for the Railsplitters, and then Schweitzer picked it up.
That was good pressure by the Railers, and they were trying to throw the ball on first down, and Lincoln was there to knock it loose.
Posgay out of the gun, that wing in motion. Hand off Anderson up the middle, and he's across the 15. Down to the 14 goes Anderson. Flag on the play.
I think that was a horse collar tackle there, and I think that's going to be...
Actually, they spotted at the 15, and if that's a horse collar, it's going to be a good field position for Lincoln.
3 yards. Face mask.
Face mask, and that's going to take it halfway to the goal, to the 7.5-yard line.
Yeah.
2:22 on the clock for the half. Lincoln trails it by 3, 10-7. 1st and 10 at the 7.
Did we say be satisfied only down 3 at the half? I think they're going to be satisfied up by 4 if they can get this in the end zone.
Wing formation. Man, that's Anderson, nowhere to go. Well, he kept his feet running.
He stayed low, and he got down underneath the tackler and picked up a yard or 2 down to the 5.
Picked up 2. I thought he was down, and he kept it moving. You're right, Coach.
Oh, no,
now they take it back to the 7. Well, now Bogdanich is going to check in. They went the big guy to haul the mail this time. 2nd and 5 for the Railsplitters. Minute 46, clock on the move. First half, Lincoln trails at 10-7 to Charleston. Posgay waits for the snap from Horsham. Long count. He's got it. Hands off. Schweitzer. He's got running room.
Touchdown.
Yes, sir. Touchdown, Lincoln Railsplitters. And we've got the lead, 13-10.
That was a nice 7-yard run by Schweitzer off the left side. He got some blocking and had a little alley there, Bob.
Oh, yeah.
He had some speed. We saw that on the kick return, and he got through that alley into the end zone.
Bogdanich going to have a chance of kicking it. Horsham on the snap. It'll be Graham on the hold, on the placement. There's the snap, the placement, and it's blown dead. Delay a game, so we're going to have to kick it farther.
Yeah, Bogdanich has been perfect kicking this year. He's had the 1 field goal, and he's been perfect on all of his extra points up to now, Bob. He's had 3 for 3, or 4 for 4 after that one in the last touchdown.
And we saw him kick a 32-yard field goal over Taylorville.
Yeah, this should be okay. He should be all right with this 5-yard walk-off to hit this one.
Snap, placement, kick,
yes,
line shot. 13-10 Lincoln with 1:33 left in the first half. We'll be back. Railers lead at 14-10. And Bogdanich going to kick it away for the Railsplitters. Don't forget to stop by Flossie and Delzina's Gourmet Grind and Catering, located at 600 Broadway Street in downtown Lincoln. Enjoy delicious, fresh, homemade breakfast, lunch, and afternoon treats, along with creamy lattes, frappes, and smoothies. Ask about delivery and catering. Phone 732-2411. That's Flossie and Delzina's on the corner of Broadway and Kickapoo. Here's Bogdanich going to kick it away for the Railsplitters. A line shot, and it's going to go out of bounds around the 15-yard line.
And that's going to give them good field position on that, but at least there's no return on that. The Railers scored 2 touchdowns in 1 minute and 9 seconds from one to the other, Bob. So great way to finish that second quarter. Now, defensively, they got 1 minute and 32 seconds. They've got to hold and keep Charleston from going down the field.
Don't let them get behind you.
They're going to start on their own 40 with that penalty for kicking it out of the kickoff being out of bounds. I'm sorry, 35.
Gazzardo, Roths, and Wynn up on that front line for the Railsplitters. The linebackers are Gandolfi, Bogdanich, Gibbons, and Schweitzer. The safeties are Anderson and Prater, and the corners are Paulus and Graham. Defensively for the Railsplitters. Minute 33 remains in the half. As Coach told you, we lead it by 4, 14-10. Cheney out of the gun. Got the snap. And he kept it, and he's going to roll to his right, and he's got a first down at the 50, the 45 along the sideline. He's finally ran out of bounds. In pursuit the whole way was Jaden Graham.
See, they put the ball on the left hash mark, and then they overload to the left side, Bob. You'd think they're running left, but he faked the handoff, and Cheney kept it go to the right side, and Lincoln did not contain him on that other side, the wide side of the field, and he had a lot of running room. Picked up about 25 yards.
At the Lincoln 40. Minute 23 now, 1st and 10 at the Lincoln 40. Cheney out of the gun. He's got trips here to the near side. Hands it off. They try to string him out. He gets a good block. Now there's a penalty. The tackle for Lincoln made by Prater. The running back for Charleston was a Spore. We'll have to see what the penalty was.
Well, the defense forced him back a little bit, which made him go wider. He got around that corner, but by the time he went back and got back forward, there was a hold out there too, and Lincoln stopped him for almost no gain. Now the hold against
Charleston. So that'll back him up. Spore tried to power around the side, as Coach told you. He got to the 38-yard line, but now they're going to back him up. Minute 15 left for the half. Lincoln leads at 14-10. As Coach told you, Lincoln scored 2 touchdowns. What was it, between a minute and 9?
Within a minute and 9 seconds of each other, yeah.
Wow.
That was, of course, a big turnover, a big fumble by Charleston set that second one up. First one was set up by a great kickoff return by Brandon Schweitzer.
Football at the Charleston 48-yard line. 1st and 22 for Charleston. Nick Cheney out of the gun. He's got Spore back there with him. Wants to throw. Here comes a good defensive rush. That was Schweitzer. And they threw the ball away. Good job by Schweitzer getting through that defensive line.
There's a legal procedure on Charleston before the snap, so they're going to back him up another 5.
To the 43, so now it'll be 1st and 27.
The Railers are putting some pressure on. They were blitzing that time, and they almost got to him as he threw the ball over the middle.
We're under a minute now for the first half. That's our halftime sponsor since 1953. Phone 735-4444. Cheney out of the gun. 42 seconds. He's got the snap. Wants to throw. He airmails it long, and he's incomplete. That was Prater on the coverage. Great job there by Austin Prater, the safety for the Railsplitters.
And Cheney, he threw that ball as he was running the deep pattern. He threw it before he was open, but he got it down there. And you're right, Prater did a great job of knocking it away at the last second.
The intended receiver was Jordan Skoris. So now it's going to be 2nd and 27. Great job by Prater there. Nice delivery by Cheney, and Prater broke it up. Got a wing back. Cheney out of the gun. Hands off. And he's spun down. That's the big guy, the big sophomore, Braden Roth, spun him down. 6'6", 245. Spore was the ball handler.
I think they're going to let the clock run out here, Bob. It's a 3rd and long.
Ball at the 48-yard line, and you're right, Coach. Score here at halftime is going to be Lincoln Railsplitters 14 and the Charleston Trojans 10. And the Lincoln fans, a lot of them getting up on their feet, applauding the effort of the Railsplitters here on homecoming night from Lincoln. Score, Lincoln 14, Charleston 10. We'll be back with the halftime show here from Handlin Field on homecoming night.
At this time, will the members of the Lincoln Community High School class of 1969 please meet at the end of the bleachers. North end of the bleachers, Lincoln class of 69.
It's going to be it's homecoming, so it's going to go on that. Yes.
We noticed it too.
He was down there messing with us. I don't know if he was lost battery or what.
For whatever reason, it's being slow tonight too. I don't know if that face needs to be up for that. I don't know. You got
So much fun getting old.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to homecoming at Lincoln Community High School. We'd like to announce this year, Mrs. Teresa Howe is the 2019 Homecoming Parade Grand Marshal. Mrs. Howe graduated from Mount Pulaski High School and continued her education path at Eastern Illinois University. She was also a teacher at Lincoln Community High School for 22 years. She coached volleyball for 11 years. As a coach at LCHS, she won many titles, including 5 regional titles, 5 sectional titles, 5 super sectional titles, and a 4th place in the 2000 state volleyball tournament. Mrs. Howe was also named Area Coach of the Year in 2000. Mrs. Howe said, however, her biggest accomplishment was that she had 20 student athletes continue to play volleyball in college. She retired from Lincoln Community High School in May 2019. Now that she has more free time, she loves to be able to plan her day the way she wants and not have to listen to the bells all day long. Please give a warm LCHS welcome to your 2019 Grand Marshal, Mrs. Teresa Howe. At this time, we introduce the student attendance. Freshman attendance, Izzy Stewart. Parents, Angie Brooks. And activities include cheerleading. Freshman escort, Chris Slack. Parents, Diane Van Dorn and Corey Slack. His activities include soccer. Sophomore attendance, Ryan Stolzenberg. Parents, Jamie and Matthew Stolzenberg. Activities include volleyball and softball. Sophomore escort, Trent Keeler. Parents, Todd and Annie Keeler. He plays basketball and baseball.
What's up,
Junior
boys?
attendance, Elise Dawson. Parents, Mark and Rhonda Dawson. Activities include volleyball, track, and library club. Junior escorts, Andre McAdams. Parents, Deborah McAdams and Marcus Farmer. Activities include football and track.
It's hot down there. It's hot. Drink a lot of water.
Attendants, Emma Stolzenberg. Parents, Brian and Corky Stolzenberg. Activities include
I gave my other one to Grout. OD.
Did you hear the Patriots release? Did you hear the Patriots release?
Excuse me, so senior attendants Aaron Berry, parents John and Heather Berry. Activities include student government, math club, Spanish club, National Honor Society. Escorted by Grayson Rademacher, parents Gail and Greg Rademacher. Activities include student government, math club, National Honor Society, and track. And our senior attendants now, Emma Stolzenberg, parents Brian and Corby Stolzen, and Justin Long, parents Eric and Michelle Long. Activities golf, baseball, and National Honor Society. They are your king and queen. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 homecoming court.
We texted him at 3:30 and answered us at like 10 o'clock.
Folks, as you came in, you saw the floats and the way they were decorated. We're going to start with the description of the freshman float. The holiday theme for the float is New Year's. They decided to go with the theme of ringing in the new class. Our scoreboard has a countdown to ring in the new year of Railers winning. And they have a football dropping on the back of the floats on the opponents, like the iconic New Year's Eve ball in Times Square. They had great attendance from the freshmen. They worked really hard to build a float. They would like to thank Allie Hand for allowing us to use the egg shop for our float building site. Having the building on campus was a huge convenience. We would also like to thank Nathan Holt's family for allowing us to use their hay rack for the float. And also like to thank the Key family for bringing snacks for the students throughout the week. The sophomore floats. The class of 2022 had Christmas for their holiday. Their float is a life-size representation of a gingerbread house. Gingerbread man that went as sweet as a Lincoln wind. One of the slogans is run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch us with a Railer man. I want to thank the team. They went with a unique but also recognizable Halloween movie, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's up the hands of the mighty Railers. The juniors worked hard on this year's float and are proud of their display tonight. The seniors, the theme for their float of this year's homecoming festivities is the 4th of July, also known as Independence Day. For the holiday, their float models a backyard barbecue, a fireworks celebration in the background. Their slogan for this year is red, white, and blue, winning is what we do. As Railers, we have decided to add some sparkle to their float in the form of lots of glitter. We've also added pops in red, white, and blue to the float sides and rear. The scene itself contains things found at a barbecue, such as a grill, a picnic table, a mini pool, a music player with speakers playing music on all grass-like turf. The back of the float depicts the fireworks in red, white, and blue on black. The fireworks themselves are made of colored glitter and lights. Thanks to April and Patrick Doolin for letting them once again use their garage to build this #1 float. Thank you to Gail and Greg Rademacher for letting them bedazzle their hay rack. We believe this float is our best one yet and truly a one-of-a-kind design. Let's go seniors and let's go Railers.
Give me harder. That didn't hurt.
And now the homecoming activities. The float winners. 4th place went to the sophomores, 3rd place to the freshmen, 2nd place to the juniors, and the 1st place float, the seniors. The Wacky Olympics, the freshmen were in 4th place, 3rd place sophomores, 2nd place seniors, and the juniors took 1st place. Dress-up day winners, freshmen were in 4th, juniors were in 3rd, sophomores in 2nd, and the seniors in 1st. Overall, Spirit Week winners, the freshmen came in 4th, the sophomores 3rd, the juniors 2nd, and the seniors in 1st place. At this time, please welcome your Raylet dance team, sponsored tonight by Sal Paulus and Edward Jones. production of Brandon Montgomery. Thank you again to Sal Hollis and Edward Jones for sponsoring tonight's performance. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your marching railers back to the field. The marching railers are under the direction of Mr. Nigel Rain. Last Saturday, the band traveled to Morton and won second place in Class 1A, as well as winning Best Winds and Best Percussion. On Saturday, September 28th, the marching railers will travel to Dunlap High to compete in their second competition of the season. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of their competitive show, Thought Crime. The show's thematic material is based on George Orwell's novel, 1984. Drum major, Claire Hill, is your band ready? Marching Railers, you may take the field for your performance.
There goes one. Carl is a little baby.
School alumni gathered this weekend for a 50th class reunion celebration. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a big Lincoln Community High School welcome to the class of 1969. The 1968-69 school year was significant for senior class members in many ways, academically, in athletics, and in the fine arts. Donna Johnson-Ware was honored as valedictorian. Other seniors performed in the fall play barefoot in the park. Athletically, senior cheerleaders Bobby Hirochik-Abbott and Debbie Crum-Francis, along with a talented and enthusiastic pom-pom squad, helped spark a 26-14 homecoming victory over the always tough Urbana Tigers. It was a night in which the late Gene Stoll Varsity Athletics made headlines throughout the school year. The cross-country team finished with a 10-4 record, and the track team won the last 8 in IHSA statewide polls. This was Lincoln's first football team to reach 8 wins. As reported that fall in the Bloomington Pantograph, Lincoln's offense is like a steamroller, and its defense is like a brick wall. Named to the varsity football all-state team were 2 seniors, Terry Wilmert and the late Ed Barrett. Named to the Big 12 all-conference team were seniors Terry and Ed, along with still more seniors Dan Handlin, Bob Mitchell, and Ed Ingram. Seniors Dan Bree and Tim Kerrigan were named co-most valuable players. Welcome back and welcome home, Lincoln High School class of 1969.
Onto it. Weren't able to last week, but still played much better than the first 2 weeks, and so they've kind of come back here in this second period after a little slow start in the first, and so hope they can carry that over here. Maybe made a few adjustments at the halftime. Raiders are out stretching right now, getting ready. There's about a minute and a half left on the clock here. Time to do that. Charleston's already done it. They came out early from the halftime, so they're ready to go. They will kick off. The Railers will receive the ball here to start the third quarter, and hope that they can move the ball downfield and maybe put some more points on the board.
We've got the momentum going, and it's a good thing we're going to get the football, and it'll be interesting to see if Charleston will go back to the same way they started the game. It had been successful for them running the big guy out, Braden Doyle.
Yeah, they ran right down the field against the Railer defense, and I don't know if the Railers weren't quite ready or what, but that's hard to believe if that was the case. But they kind of regrouped there in that second period and started to stop some of what Charleston was doing, but they still have some things that they can they'll do and bring this second half. So halftime's a time of adjustments, and that's what teams do based on what went on in the first half. So we'll see who's made what kind of adjustments here before we get started here in the third period.
I want to remind you, there'll be a complete recap of the game tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock on the Cheap Seats Live Saturday morning sports show, starring Scott Kirby and Jake Johnson and featuring Joe Ryan. It's located in historic downtown Lincoln at Joe Ryan's Country Financial Office from 9 to 10. That's tomorrow morning. Catch up on everything sports, including interviews with Coach Stokowski speaking about tonight's Railsplitter game against Charleston. It should be a pretty good show. Don't miss it. That's the Cheap Seats Live tomorrow. Getting ready to kick it away. That'll be Connor Woodley going to kick it away for Charleston from his own 40-yard line. Charleston with the red helmets, the white jerseys, the red numerals, and the red pants. Lincoln with their green helmets, green jerseys, white numerals, and the white pants. And the Railsplitters back deep, ready to receive the kick from Connor Woodley as we get ready to go here from Handlin Field. Lincoln leads it by 4, 14-10. Woodley looks along the line, waits for the whistle. He's got it. Here comes the boot by Woodley from his own 40. Long, high kick. Taken by the Railsplitters at the 8 to the 10, up to the 15, looks for more running them 20 to the 25, splits 2 down to the 30-yard line, and we'll try and pick out who that was to the 31-yard line for the Railsplitters.
That's as Graham.
That was Graham on the return for the Railsplitters. Jaden Graham, number 10, the senior, 5'8", 155. He got the ball there at about the 8 and got it out to the 31 for Lincoln.
Yeah, nice return there. He kept his legs driving. That got him some extra yards. Good field position to start.
Third and 4, 14-10.
Whoa.
Posgay got the snow. That's Anderson, the lone man on the backfield, got the snap, sweeps it around the left side, got the first down to the Lincoln 49-yard line. An 18-yard run there. Call it the 48. 17-yard line by Anderson. A trick play there. They just direct snapped it to Anderson. They're going to call it now the 47-yard line. So it was a 16-yard pickup for Anderson.
Anderson was the only one in the backfield, Bob, and they had 4 wideouts to the left. They were over stacked to the left, and he just followed some blockers and up to the left sideline.
Stacked wing formation, no receivers. Get the outside, no. Good tackle there by Charleston. The running back for the Railers there, number 10, Jaden Graham.
I think he lost a yard there. They got to be able to recognize sometimes that going lateral isn't the way to go. Go straight ahead and get what little you can, and don't lose anything.
Second down, another direct snap. This is Schweitzer on the run, and he busted across into Charleston territory down around the 46-yard line. And that's a 6-yard pickup for Brandon Schweitzer to the Charleston 26-yard line. Second down. Snap.
Schweitzer again.
Schweitzer.
Come on,
he
good.
broke a tackle. He's at the 40. 35, still on his feet at the 30 and taken down at the 27-yard line at Charleston. Schweitzer did a great job. He's got that low body mass there to keep his legs going, and he was able to take it.
Yeah, it's coming back, though. There's a penalty on the play. Holding penalty against the Railers. He got stopped initially at the line of scrimmage and then just kept driving, Bob, and maybe the hold is why he got loose. I'm not sure why, but he just got some nice yardage on a nice hard run. Would have been a first down, but the holding penalty is going to bring it back to about the 43-yard line.
That's a killer right there. Don't forget to stop by Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital. Phone 217-605-5008. And stop by the beautiful all-new facility located at 200 Stall Hut Drive in Lincoln. That's Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital. Posgay going to operate out of the gun. He wears the number 12, the senior. Wing formation, 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Posgay's got a little time. Ooh, he throws it. Intended receiver was Jaden Graham. So now it's fourth down Railsplitters, 4th and 13 with 10:15 on the third quarter clock. And Lincoln leads at 14-10. You're listening to 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.
The holding penalty is what killed this drive. They had a first down down near the 30 or so, but the hold brought them back, and now the incompletion, and now the punt.
Corey Spohr going to be back deep for Charleston. Horsham snap, nice snap, back to post, out of bounds. Let's see where they spot it at. He's going to spot it at the Charleston 27-yard line.
A nice roll with no return. It wasn't a pretty punt, but it was effective, Bob. We got it down inside the 30, so Charleston's going to start their first possession here the second half from their own 27-yard line.
They come in with a record of 1 win and 2 losses, and Lincoln leads them here early in the third quarter, 14-10. Nick Cheney's their quarterback. He's a senior. And they'll come out right away and run the play. 2 receivers split wide to the right, 2 here to the near side on the short side of the field. Cheney's got, no, he's going to keep it again around the right side. What, he slides.
Yeah, I don't know if he did that on purpose or he slipped out there, Bob, but he went down quickly after a couple-yard pickup.
Devin Gibbons was there. He was going to wrap him up at the 29. So now it's second down.
He says, I kicked it about 30 yards. The coach says, you are.
9:47 on the third quarter clock. You're listening to Lincoln Railsplitter football. Lincoln leads Charleston 14-10. Nick Cheney out of the gun. He's got the snap, wants to throw. He's got a man open. Good. He hangs on to it, bobbled it. He's got a first down into Lincoln territory, knocked out of bounds by Austin Prater. Deep into Lincoln territory at the 41-yard line. He bobbled that, but he was able to hang on to it.
Well, and that was Jaden Paulus he was gambling out there, Bob. He had him one-on-one, and they went for the pick and didn't get it. And as you said, the receiver bobbled it, but got control and got a big first down.
They moved the chains down into Lincoln territory. Nick Cheney going to operate out of the gun. Got 3 receivers to the right side of the field on the wide side. And now he hands off to the big guy, Braden Doyle, and he's hitting the backfield. And that's right. There's about 4 or 5 Railsplitters hanging on to him. Isaiah wins there. Off the bottom of the pile. Who is that? Is that the big? That's Win.
Yeah. A couple others, but good penetration. The Railers got across the line of scrimmage. That's a key thing. You get across that line of scrimmage, and you can make things happen in the backfield.
J.T. Gazzardo might have been the first guy to hit him. 2nd and 13 now. The Lincoln 44-yard line. Cheney's got the snap. Got a little time. Going to throw it deep along the sideline. Is it picked off?
I think so.
He was on his knees on the coverage.
Yep, that was Graham.
Jaden Graham, the intended receiver, Spore fell down, and Graham was on his knees, and he caught the ball. So a big interception there by Jaden Graham.
Charleston's 3rd turnover of the game, Bob, and another timely one for the Railers. They were in Lincoln territory. Lincoln's going to take over deep in their own territory, but they do have the ball, so that's the good thing on their own. Is that 11? 16, yeah.
1st and 10 for the Railsplitters. Here they come out of the huddle. Paula Kodat engineering it back at the station. Lloyd Kirby filming it for you. Posgay under center.
Schweitzer with it.
Whoa, fumble.
No. What was that?
We still got it. I thought it was a fumble, but it wasn't. One of our players got it loose.
Schweitzer on the direct snap.
Schweitzer, they had him covered, and now it's going to be a no huddle for Lincoln at the 20-yard line. 2nd and 6. Here's the snap, direct snap. Right side, a little gain there, a couple of yards. See if I can pick up who that was.
That was Brandon Schweitzer again.
Brandon Schweitzer. Leading the blocking was Tanner Stramp for the Railsplitters. Another no huddle. 3rd and 3. About the 22. Direct snap, Schweitzer. Around the right side, tripped up in the backfield.
Somebody came through
Lost about 3 yards there.
That was number 12 for them. I don't know where he's lining up. If he's a linebacker. But anyway, he got the cross and stopped him for no gain. Maybe a loss. You're right.
Peyton Anderson checks in for the Railsplitters. Yeah, the ball's back around the 20-yard line, so a 4-yard loss. Posgay's going to have to kick it away. Corey Spore back for Charleston. Standing at the Lincoln 45-yard line.
Well, they kind of went to the well maybe once too often right there in a row. That was 3 or 4 times in a row, and that time he got stopped. There's a what in the world?
Roller. Can Lincoln get on it? I think Lincoln got it.
Did it touch them? Did the officials get it?
That's number...
I don't know if it touched them or not.
That was Paulus with the football. He picked it up, the errant punt. It was a low punt. Nobody could see it. It was rolling behind the Charleston and Lincoln players, and then Paulus picked it up at the 40-yard line. This is a big call.
It's only Lincoln's ball if they touched it and muffed it there. It's the only way Lincoln's going to get it. If it didn't touch him, it's just going to be downed.
We're going to have to send it to New Jersey for the replay.
Yeah, it's still Charleston.
After the replay, Charleston gets it.
Yeah.
At the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a replay would have probably confirmed that. You know, you only see it once, so you can't. You don't have a chance here to go back and look at it again.
For all your banking needs, it's the State Bank of Lincoln, serving the area for over 113 years. With the 4 locations in Lincoln and 2 in Clinton. Proud to be a Lincoln Railsplitter supporter. That's the State Bank of Lincoln. 113 years of banking. Charleston football with 7:02 remaining in the 3rd quarter. You listen to Lincoln Railsplitter football. The Splitters lead at 14-10. Cheney going to operate out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers here to the near side. Doyle in the backfield. He keeps it. Knocked down at the 38-yard line on the tackle for Lincoln. That was Jaden Graham.
He tried to run through the middle, and Lincoln's defense was there to stop him for a short gain. Earlier, they were trying to get to the outside with some success. This time, they're trying to run up the middle, and it didn't get him much.
2nd and 9 at the 39. Clock on the move, 6:36. Lincoln leads at 14-10. Split wide to the right is Luke Bell. 3 receivers here on the near side. Nick Cheney out of the gun. He's got the snap. He's got time. Now he's under pressure. Now he's going to shovel pass up ahead to the 30 and spun out of bounds by Devin Gibbons. And the man that caught the pass was number 19, and that was Braden Reynolds for Charleston. A big tackle there by Gibbons, and Gibbons has had an all-around good season.
Yeah, Reynolds just sat out there, and waited, and then Lincoln's defender who had him finally came up to try to put some pressure on the quarterback, and that's when he got open, and they just flipped it to him for the big gain and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 23, 5:50 left for the third quarter. Lincoln leads at 14-10. High formation. Gibbons out of the gun. He's got the snap. Hands off Doyle, and a lot of railers there. Penalty on the play. Late flag.
I hope that's not a face mask, but that's...
First guy to grab him from behind there, that was Tony Gandolfi, the sophomore. Then he got a lot of help.
Let's see what they're talking it over out there. I'm not sure what they're calling, but the flag is still on the ground. Yeah, it is a face mask.
It is a face mask. Is it intentional or unintentional?
Well, they had a lot of shirts around him, and somebody got a hand, just went around it.
So unintentional is only a 5-yarder.
Yeah.
5-yard face mask penalty.
So that places the ball at where at 17?
It's on about 17. It's first and about 4.
5-2-4 on the clock.
They're asking to put 5:24 back on the clock. Lincoln leads at 14-10. Ball at the 17-yard line. Still going to be first and 5, I would surmise, for Charleston. At the 17. Clock moving now. 5:20 third quarter. Lincoln leads at 14-10. 3 receivers to the right side for Charleston, 1 here to the near side. Gibbons out of the gun. Doyle in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. And they hand off Doyle, and good coverage by the Railer defense there. They met him at the line of scrimmage, and he may have picked up a couple yards.
Yeah, they're doing a better job on him than they did in that first quarter, Bob, but he's still grinding ahead for a few extra yards, but the Railers are stopping him for shorter gains.
Isaiah Wynn off the bottom of the pile for the Railers. 4:47, clock on the move, third quarter. Lincoln by 4, 14-10. Listen to 96.3 FM, WLCNonline.com. 2 receivers to the right side, 2 here to the near side. Cheney out of the shotguns, got the snap. Hands off Doyle. He's got some running room around the right side. The big guy for a touchdown. That's going to make the score. Charleston 16, Lincoln 14, with 4:29 North Sangamon left on the clock.
Well, you can see from up here, Bob, there was an alley there off the right tackle. There was just an open running room there, and no defenders in his way, and he got past that, got to the linebackers, and then just a couple arms hit him, but that was about all as he went into the end zone.
Snap by Matheny. It'll be Cheney on the hold, and here's the kick. It's blocked. Is it blocked? It's wide. May have got a finger on it. That was Connor Woodley. The kick was no good, so Charleston leads at 16-14. 4:29 left in the third quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Touchdown by Charleston, so they lead it now 16-14. They didn't convert the extra point. There's 4:29 left here in the third quarter, and Lincoln will get the ball on the kickoff. Don't forget to stop by Chicago Street Rentals. Stop by their beautiful, huge location at 1909 North Kickapoo, right next to Grau Incorporated, specializing in the rentals of contractors' equipment, tools, yard machinery, almost anything you need. Ask about monthly storage rentals too. Phone 217-735-2422 today. That's Chicago Street Rentals, and they're at 1909 North Kickapoo. Connor Woodley going to kick it away for the Charleston Trojans. Here's the boot, a long one, end over end. Taken by Lincoln at the 5, up to the 10, to the 15, 20. Looks for running with the 25.
Nice
to the
move.
40, at the 45, 50, up to the 45, 40, and finally taken down. That's Brandon Schweitzer all the way to the Charleston 35-yard line. All the way to the 35. Schweitzer does it again, Coach. Another big run from the 5 to the 35.
Yeah, he took it on the 5, as you said, Bob, and he went right up the middle. And again, speed is what got him away, and got through some defenders real early, and then his speed just outran a lot of people, got it to the 35-yard line. A great return.
Coach, he got a little roughed up there at the end. A lot of people wanted a flag, but no flag on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 for Lincoln. 4:18 remaining in the third quarter. Lincoln with excellent field position. 1st and 10. Wing formation. Posgay going to operate out of the gun. He's got Bogdanich in the backfield with him. Got a man in motion. Bad snap, but Posgay picks it up, and he didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, but he did a good job of grabbing the ball. Quick hands before Charleston was able to pick it up.
Yeah, it was a low snap right on the ground, and he had a hard time picking it up, but he finally did and secured it. Got it back just close to the line of scrimmage. I think he maybe lost a couple on it.
Ball back to the 37-yard line, so it'll be 2nd and 12 for the Railsplitters. 3:53 remaining for the third quarter. They trail it by 2 now, 16-10.
After a great return like that, you got 3 down territory here, I would say, for the Railers. So got 3 downs to get 10 yards plus.
Prater split wide to the left. Whiteman here to the near side. Wing formation. Man in motion is Paulus. Here's the handoff, right side, fights for yardage across the 35 to the 33. We'll have to check and see who that was. Leading the blocking was J.T. Gazzardo for Lincoln, and the man with the football was Jaden Graham.
Jaden Graham, the ball carrier.
At the 33.
A little reverse action there for the Railers. They show action one way and come back the other. And one good thing that Charleston does, they do stay home on that corner, and they don't let him get to the outside, turn him in, and then they got to help on the tackle to hold him to about a 4-yard pickup.
3rd and 8 for the Railsplitters. 2:54 left for the third quarter. They trail it by a deuce, 16-14. Posgay's got the snap. Wants to throw. He's going to throw it long. Whiteman goes up for it. Is he got? No, intercepted. Intercepted by Charleston, and here they come on the run around the right side. Prater can't make the tackle. Still on the run, and finally taken down in a penalty at the 35-yard line. I didn't pick up, I think that was 19. It was. Braden Reynolds made the interception. He and Whiteman went up for the football, and Reynolds was able to get it.
I thought Whiteman had it, and maybe he took it away from him. Maybe he never had control, but unfortunately, Postgate was looking for that receiver. He had a receiver. I think he was open over in the far right side, but he didn't see him.
Flags at the original line of scrimmage at the Charleston 35-yard line. It was a 3rd and 8 for Lincoln.
Yeah, the penalty's on the return, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be Charleston's ball. It just depends where they're going to place it. Oh, would he wave it off?
Lincoln's lining up defensively.
Well, they're not calling anything, I don't think.
I don't know if there's anything to change it either.
He did an incomplete pass, that's what he did. Had to sign for an incomplete.
Talk to Coach Sokowski.
Well, maybe they're ruling that the pass was not intercepted, that it was just an incomplete pass, because they've got 4th down up there, 4th and about 8 for practice. I don't know why they ran.
They must, like you said, they must have wrestled for the football, and it must have touched the ground in the midst of the
maybe so. Maybe
the combat.
Had to hit it sometime along the line.
Whiteman here at the near side, Prater on the far side, wing formation. Bogdanich in the backfield. Posgay, Graham in the slot on the left side. Horsham on the snap to Posgay. He's got to get rid of it in a hurry. Swings out to the right. Now he's just going to run. And he's at the 30. Stays on his feet and rambles down to the... Man, it's close, but it's not going to be a first down. At the football spotted at the 26-yard line. Just a little bit short.
Yeah, I don't know if he'd have got it if he'd just barreled ahead, straight ahead. He tried to elude a couple tacklers and did a little bit, but not quite enough, and came up about a yard, maybe 2 yards short.
Okay, now Lincoln defense got to take over now. J.T. Cazzardo, Braden Rolfs, and Isaiah Wynn up there on that front line. The linebackers are Gandolfi, Bogdanich, Gibbons, and Schweitzer. The corners are Paulus and Graham. And the safeties are Prater and Anderson.
It's 16-14 Charleston here late in the third quarter, Bob.
And Cheney's going to operate out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the near side. Hands it off to the big guy, Braden Doyle. And he's finally stopped at the 30-yard line. A 4-yard pickup for Doyle.
Ball carrier.
That right up the middle.
Now Benninger checks in on defense. Whiteman in there for the Railsplitters, along with Anderson.
Way away from the play on the 35-yard line where the flag's sitting.
These officials are out of Bloomington Normal Officials Association, and let's see what the call is. Minute 42 left of the third quarter, and that's going to go against Charleston.
That's, I think, the signal for an ineligible man down the field on the pass.
Another big break for the Railsplitters there, because that was a big gainer.
That was like a halfback pass there. He took the pitch and ran to the sideline, and Lincoln came up to make the play, and he threw it downfield, but there was somebody else downfield that wasn't supposed to be. So big break for the Railers, as you said, Bob.
Now the ball spotted at the Charleston 25-yard line. You're listening to Lincoln Railsplitter football on 96.3 FM. And get us on WLCNonline.com also. Minute 28 left for the third quarter. Lincoln trails at 16-14 to Charleston. Cheney's got the snap, got a little time, throws it out in the open. He's got his man. He's at the 30, 35, got a first down. Right side, still on the run, going to go hard. 35, Devin Gibbons, the last man to catch him, and he finally takes him down at the 10-yard line. Try and pick up who I think it was. I think that was Braden Doyle that caught that pass. And he's all the way down to the Lincoln 10-yard line.
It was just a little screen pass. Railers put some pressure on the quarterback, and he just dumped it over the top of their head as a screen, and Doyle just rambled down the field, got to the outside, and outraced some Railer defenders. Made a couple people miss. Got it down deep in Lincoln territory.
First and goal at the 10. Cheney out of the gun. He's got 3 receivers here to the left side. Doyle in the backfield, 1 receiver on the right side. Hands off Doyle. He's tried to string it out, and they try to pull him down from behind. No, that's Corey Spohr. He breaks 2 tackles. Now they can't get a hand on him on the right side, and he's just knocked out of bounds before the pylon. He was in big trouble. Railers had a hold of him, and he got away, and he changed to run to the other side of the field.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Railers defense, they were grabbing him, and you're right, Bob. They had him. Somebody had a hand on him in the backfield, but that's all they had. It was a hand, not a shoulder or anything, and he was able to break it and then reversed his field, went clear across the other side, and I thought he was close. He is right on near the goal line, inside the 1.
Second down, second and goal. Now 47.4 seconds on the clock, third quarter. Lincoln trails it by 2, 16-14. Second and goal. Doyle in the backfield with Cheney. Here's the snap. They blow the play dead.
That's the procedure.
Another break for the Railsplitters.
Yeah, that's right.
That's going to knock the ball back to the 6-yard line. So it'll be second and goal at the 6. 45.6 seconds on the clock. Lincoln trails it by 2, 16-14. Three receivers to the near side. Cheney with Doyle in the backfield. Cheney's got bad snap. It's on the ground.
Come on, pressure.
He picks it, and then there's Cameron Whiteman there to help him out.
Well, unfortunately, some broken tackles there in the backfield after the bad snap. Lincoln had a chance to throw him for a loss, but missed a few tackles, and he barreled down and got close almost back to the original. Well, now they're going to place it on the 3-yard line, so he made something out of nothing right there.
Third and goal at the 3. Clock still, they're just going to let the clock run down to end the third quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters of play, the score is going to be Charleston 16, Lincoln 14. When we come back, it's going to be third and goal at the 3 for Charleston. We'll be back in 60 seconds. at the Lincoln 3-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 3, 3rd and goal for Charleston as we start the fourth quarter, Coach.
Yeah, big play here to start the quarter. You know, Lincoln only down 2, but a touchdown here forces them that they're going to have to score a couple times.
And they got the big guy in the backfield. No, I think they put Spore in there, the speedster.
Yeah.
Is that number 25?
I look for him to go straight ahead, just power football.
Cheney's got the snap. Here's the pitch.
Yeah,
Spore's going to try and take it around the side. A penalty's in. He's in the end zone, but they're not calling touchdown because there's a penalty.
No.
Holding against the Trojans.
Oh, man. Another 5. That's going to take him back to the 8-yard line. So
I think it's a 10. If it's holding, it's a 10-yarder.
That'll take him back to the 13-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and goal at the 13.
Charleston has had, well, we lost track. They had so many penalties and mistakes. You know, they've got to win first week of the season, then lost a couple conference games, and so they're just shooting themselves in the foot most of the night here, even though they're still ahead.
Call it the 15-yard line, Coach.
Big break for the Railers. It's 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
If we could stop
the 15.
Stop them and maybe force them to try a field goal. Maybe they'll do that. I don't know if they'll do that, but that would be the best scenario for the Railers.
You're going to send 2 receivers out to the wide side of the field, 2 here on the near side. Cheney in the backfield, and he wants to throw it. He throws it across the middle, looks high, is high. Good coverage out there by Jaden Paulus, but he threw that one high, and now it's going to be 4th and 15.
Yeah, he didn't have anybody open, which was a good thing there. The Railers covered it pretty well. They had a small field, short field there when they're this deep in Lincoln territory, but sets up a 4th down. I don't know if they're close enough to attempt a field goal here.
That would be a pretty long field goal. That would be Connor Woodley if he attempts the field goal.
Yeah,
he's going to try it.
Yeah, good. Well, that's a break for the Rails, because even if he makes it, then we're only down by 5, so that's only 1 touchdown.
32-yard attempt for Connor Woodley.
His last one, he had plenty to spare, so I suspect he'll make
snap placement. We get a hand on it. Oh, it went wide. There's a flag on the play.
Somebody lost their phone into the bleachers.
I think somebody got a hand on that.
Well, there's a flag down there. I watched the ball instead of seeing what happened there.
Railsplitters ran into the kicker. So now they're going to get closer.
Yeah. And a first, that's an automatic first down, I think. Wow. Yeah.
He's going to march it up to the 10.
So
he's going to try the field goal again now from the 10.
Oh, good. That's another break in a way. I think that one went through anyway, didn't it?
No, it was off to the left.
It was off left?
Yeah.
Well, give me another chance to make it, but.
Now there's a timeout on the field. I want to remind you, after tonight's game, we'll toss things back to Jeff number 2 in the Classic Rock Experience. For the best in Classic Rock, Jeff number 2 will rock you till midnight, but the party lasts until 4 a.m. at 96.3 FM, WLCN 96.3 FM, country by day, classic rock by night. We're going to send it back to Paula Kodat for 30 seconds, and then we'll be back for the field goal attempt by Charleston. We're back here now. Charleston going to run the offense. Cheney's got the snap. Throws it out in the flat to Spore. Spore's finally stopped.
Is he? Yeah, they're finally down.
And where's he? He's about at the 9. Did he get much out of it? He's like at the 9, I think.
I was a little surprised that they did that. Lincoln takes over, though.
First and 10, didn't try the field goal.
Yeah, well, Lincoln would have, even if he'd made it, Lincoln would have been within a touchdown. Now they're within a field goal of taking a lead. So kind of a break for the Railers, although they're going to start on their own, looks like 8-yard line, 92 yards to the end zone, and good part, most of the fourth quarter to go.
11:36 of the fourth left. Lincoln trails it, as Coach told you, by 2, 16-14. You're listening to Lincoln Railsplitter football. Austin Prater split here to the near side. Man in motion. And now they hand it off up the middle. Lincoln's got some running room and out to the 14-yard line. And that is Alex Bogdanich to the 14.
Good hard run by Bogdanich right up the middle. Not a lot of blocking, but he broke a couple tackles getting up the middle and picked up a nice 5-6 yards on that first down.
2nd and 4 for the Railsplitters. Man in motion. Here's Bogdanich again. They stacking him up. No, he stays on his feet, but then they knock him down. I don't know if he made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Lost a yard to the 13.
There's a lot of white shirts pushing him back as he tried to get to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to set up a big. He lost almost a yard. A big third down play here. If you don't get it here deep in your own territory, you're almost forced to punt.
3rd and 5. Yeah, this is a monster play here. 10:44 left for the game, and Lincoln trails at 16-14. Posgay out of the gun. Throws it out in the flat. Scotty's man. He's got the run on the sideline, and he didn't get the first down. I think that was Schweitzer.
No, that was Paulus.
That was Paul. Okay.
That's complete to Paulus.
But he threw it right straight out there, and he had one man out there to block for him, but it wasn't quite enough. And if he'd have cut back in, he might have had room to get that first down, but he went to the outside and came up short about a yard and a half.
Well, Posgay's going to have to punt it away. Fortune will snap it to him. Back deep is going to be Corey Spour. S-P-O-U-R on your scorecard. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. And it's a long end over end. Spour called for the fair catch, and he's got it. There were 3 Railsplitters there, and he called for the fair catch. And they're going to spot it, looks like at the Lincoln 46-yard line.
I think the Railers are going to need some kind of a big play, a big turnover by Charleston. Hate to have to rely on your opponent making a big mistake, but that may be what it takes. And they've made plenty tonight, so the Railers need to be ready to take advantage of one and turn it into a touchdown somehow.
1st and 10 for Charleston. You're listening to 96.3 FM, Railsplitter football. Paul Lakodat engineering it back at the station. I'm Bobby V along with Coach Ken Schweitzer. Homecoming night, 1st and 10 for Charleston at the Lincoln 46.
They're short a player there. Here he comes.
He's going to line up in the slot. Now he's going to go in motion. Cheney's got the snap. Hands off Spour, and Spour just across the Lincoln 45-yard line to the 44.
It looked like he wanted to cut to the inside, Bob, and he slipped or got hit low. But anyway, he went down in a hurry. He's lined up about 9 yards back in the backfield as a tailback, so he's getting a little run at it before he gets to the line of scrimmage, and just barely a yard on that play.
Yeah, we got a good spot out of that one. His knee went down before he got to the 45-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Charleston. Cheney at the snap. And now he hands. Wrap him up at the 50.
That was Ross.
Yeah.
Brandon Ross came across the line of scrimmage and got to him before he could just after he got the handoff.
We've still got 2.5 more seasons to watch him. He's only a sophomore.
That's a great effort there as a defensive end.
6'6", 245, and a sophomore, Braden Ross.
He's tall, yeah, 6'6", he's tall.
Is he our next guy in the NFL?
Oh, boy, I don't know. It's a little early to say that. But,
it's only halfway through his sophomore year.
Yeah, it's a little early.
Hyping him up early. Maybe they'll talk about him on the cheap seats.
If that gives him incentive to work for it, then why not?
3rd and 14 for Charleston. That's the big play we were looking for. Cheney out of the gun. He's got the snap. Fakes it. Good pursuit. Yeah, we got it. Get it.
That fumble.
That was.
Yes.
There's no way you were throwing that.
Who was that? That was the man that made it happen. I didn't see who got the fun. The guy that made it happen, I think, was Gandolfi. If I can get his number, it's either 10 or 18. It's 18. Yeah, that's Gandolfi, the outside linebacker, the sophomore. So 2 big plays by sophomores to get the Lincoln ball back.
Well, that's what we said they needed, was some kind of a big mistake by Charleston, and they just made it. And now the Railers have it on their own, on the 36-yard line of Charleston.
Posgay out of the gun, man in motion. They hand it off to him. That's Paulus. Paulus at about the 30, picked up about 4 yards at the 32 from the 36.
The ball carrier.
A lot of movement there in the backfield, getting that ball to Paulus. A lot of misdirection, and by the time he gets it, the linemen have to hold their blocks for a long time for him to get to the line of scrimmage.
Second down for the Railsplitters. Ball at the 32.
That was a reverse. Going to
This is Graham, and they spin him down.
One man out there stayed home, turned him back in, got a hold of him. That's a good defensive play by their defensive end.
It's like a loss back to about the 34, 2-yard loss. So now it's going to be 3rd and 8 for Lincoln.
Graham wanted to get outside. He might have been better off trying to turn it upfield, but the defenders were coming there also.
Football's just across the Charleston 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 8 for Lincoln. 7:09 left for the game. The Railsplitters trail it by 2 to the Trojans, 16-14.
Got a whistle now.
Timeout, Lincoln, and we'll take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back.
Again, a cell phone has been recovered and brought to the press box. If you lost your cell phone, please come identify it.
The Lincoln Railsplitter football. Lincoln trails Charleston 16-14, and what do you think they saw on that timeout, Coach?
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a third and long. I'm not sure they were, sure of the play they called and wanted to think about it a little bit and make sure they got a good call here. They're definitely in 2-down territory on the 34-yard line.
I'm going to operate out of that wing formation. Posgay out of the gun. Got the snap. Hands off, left side, little running room there. Schweitzer,
yes.
There he goes, 10-5.
Get in.
Touchdown, Lincoln. Touchdown, Splitters from the 35.
No flag.
No flags. Yes, sir. Look at that crowd down there. They love it. Lincoln leads it 20-16 with 6:50 left in the football game. They called that timeout, and they got the football to Schweitzer. He took it in from 35 yards out on a 3rd and 8.
He had to break a couple tackles near the line of scrimmage, Bob, but when he got through them, then he used his speed to outrun the defense.
It's going to be Horsham on the snap, Graham on the placement. Here's the snap, the placement, the kick by Bogdanich is up. Sidewinder soccer style through the uprights, and Lincoln leads it 21-16. Lincoln with 3 touchdowns tonight with 6:50 left. Leads Charleston 21-16. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Sponsor is the Logan County Tourism Bureau. Help break the Guinness World Record of the largest gathering of people dressed as Abraham Lincoln on Saturday, September 21st. Go online to DestinationLoganCountyIL.com. 7 years ago, Abraham Lincoln gave that speech at Gettysburg. No, that was the start of the speech. Here's the kick by Bogdanich. It's a long one. And
it's a short one.
It's a short one, but
it's not one.
Nobody wants it.
There's a flag down on the far side.
Okay.
Who knows? Could we have been offsides on the kick? Yes, we were.
Well, they're going to back us up.
5 yards.
So Bogdanovic's going to have to kick it from the 60, from the
35.
35. He fouled that one off anyway. He'll get into this one.
Yeah, that's a penalty that just drives a coach nuts to be offsides on a kickoff.
Especially in a close game like this. Alex Bogdanovic. Drum roll, please. Here it is. Here's a kick. This one's better. It's going to come down and caught at the 25 to the 30 to the 35 to the 40. Wrapped up. No, breaks the tackle out to the 40 to the 50 and finally stacked up. The tackle there made by Bogdanovic, the kicker.
Now there's another flag out there on the field. That's probably going to be a hold.
That was number 84.
Blocking the back, maybe. That'll be a break for the Railers, but because otherwise they're going to be in Lincoln territory already before they even ran a play off from scrimmage.
And they don't have that guy on their... oh, here he is. Tyler Thompson.
Push from behind.
Bogdanovic made the tackle, and of course you call that penalty, Coach. So that'll take him out of Lincoln territory at least. Holding on Charleston's the call. First down, Charleston.
Railers lead 21-16 with 6:41 to go. They just have to play some tough defense now, not let any big plays get loose.
The infraction was at the 50th, so that'll back them up to the 1st and 10 at the Charleston 41. Railsplitter defense has got to hang on now. They've got the 5-point lead. Cheney out of the gun. He's got Doyle in the backfield with him. Short side of the field. He's got the snap. Throws it out. Spoor, and he's taken down 5-yard pickup. 4-yard pickup. Prater was there along with Paulus.
Paulus made a nice tackle. He wrapped him up and hung on, and short, about a 4-yard pickup.
At the Charleston 45-yard line. Clock's on the move. 6:20 left for the game. Lincoln leads at 21-16. Split wide to the left is Braden Reynolds. They've got 3 receivers here on the near side. Cheney's got the snap. Throws it out to Spoor at the 45, up to the 50, and finally knocked down. The tackle there made by Jaden Paulus.
Got a first down on it. You know, that's what they did to start the game. Doyle up the middle, run the ball, and then a Spoor on that same pass play. They ran it a lot in that first quarter, and it looks like they're going back to it. They had some success.
1st and 10 at the Lincoln 47-yard line. 5:56 left for the game. Lincoln leads at 21-16. You're listening to Lincoln Railsplitter football. Tonight they're playing the Charleston Trojans. Out of the gun. He's got Spoor in the backfield with him. Here's the snap. The handoff, Spoor. Not much running room, and he stopped at the line of scrimmage. Win is there.
That's good pursuit by the defense. There are a lot of guys there, a lot of green shirts there, Bob, so that's good pursuit.
Jared Merriman was also there for the Railsplitters. Ball spotted now, a yard loss at the 48, so it'll be 2nd and 11 for Charleston. 5:13 left for the game. Lincoln leads at 21-16. You're listening to 96.3 FM. I'm Bobby V, along with Coach Ken Schweitzer.
30 seconds.
Charleston up to the line of scrimmage. Cheney out of the shotgun. Got the snap. Wants to throw. Pressure.
Oh, he caught it.
He caught it.
And
he's gone. Try and pick up who that is.
12 is a receiver.
That was a 48-yard touchdown play. That's 12. That's Sam Schutte on the touchdown. Up the middle. So now Charleston leads at 22-21 with 4:45 left for the game.
Wow.
Sam Schutte from Nick Cheney for a 48-yard touchdown. Connor Woodley will attempt the extra point.
Wow.
They go for 2. If they score the 2, then we'll have only time with a field goal.
Well, they're going to take timeout. They don't know for sure what they want to do with a 1. You know, a 2-point lead isn't worth much. A 3-point lead at least makes you get a touchdown to beat them.
Well, tomorrow for the wrap-up on this one, don't forget to tune into the Cheap Seats Live Saturday morning sports show starring Scott Kirby and Jake Johnson and featuring Joe Ryan. They'll be located in historic downtown Lincoln at Joe Ryan's Country Financial office from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Catch up on everything sports, including interviews with Coach Sokowski. He'll be speaking about tonight's game against Charleston. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Lincoln Railsplitter football, they're down by 1 now, 22-21, and on the touchdown now Charleston's going to attempt a 2-point conversion. Cheney out of the shotgun's got the snap, pitches it outside to Doyle, and he's knocked down.
He's in.
And he's in. 2 points. That'll make the score 24-21. Charleston over Lincoln, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. Charleston just scored a touchdown and got a 2-point conversion, so now they lead Lincoln 24-21 with 4:45 left. And Woodley getting ready to kick it away for Charleston. Well, Lincoln's got their work cut out for them. Be nice to get another long Schweitzer run back on the kickoff.
Ball fell down. Plenty of time. 4:45 left here in the fourth quarter. Plenty of time. Plays. You can't afford a big mistake here, and can't afford a penalty that'll slow you down either.
Graham and Schweitzer back for Lincoln. Connor Woodley will kick it away. Here's the kick. And it's going to come down to Graham at about the 7-yard line. He's at the 10, 15, 20. Cuts it outside to the 25 to the 30. And he's at the 32. That was Jaden Graham. He got it out to the 32. Good run back. First and 10 for the Railsplitters.
They just need all positive plays. You know, you can't afford a negative play in this situation here this time with only a little over 4 minutes left in the period in the game.
Up on that front line for Lincoln, Horsham is the center. The guards are Stramp and Gazzardo. The tackles are Wynn and Benninger. Wing formation. That's Graham. Tries to take it around the right side. Stays on his feet. Still on his feet. Gets across the 35 to around the 38-yard line. A 7-yard pickup there by Graham.
Good run. Good play on first down. Just need to break one a lot here in the next few minutes. You need to break a big one.
Second and 3 for the Railsplitters. They trail it 24-21. 4:14 left for the football game. Prater split here to the near side. Cameron Whiteman on the wide side of the field. Posgay out of the gun. Got the snap with the man in motion. They hand it off to Bogdanich, and he's got a first down. Bogdanich runs to the 43-yard line. 44-yard line, call it. 6-yard pickup for Bogdanich and a first down. Two nice running plays, Coach.
Yeah, I got a first down, move the ball, move the chains. That's a very positive. You know, it's you figure late in the game here, both sides are getting a little tired. It kind of boils down to who's going to want this game the most.
They're going to go with the direct snap here, the running back. He's got it. That's Anderson. Anderson, and he's forward motion, stopped at the 46, got 2 yards out of it.
See, when they got like four wide outs on this left side, the short side, and we saw that a little earlier, and they used them as blockers, but your ball carrier's got to get outside them a little bit and give them a chance to block back to the inside. And that time he turned it up early, and there was 2 white shirts there to stop him.
For the Railsplitters.
And he did it again, so we're down to just under 3 minutes.
Posgay out of the gun, wing formation. He's got the snap. Hands off, and that's Schweitzer again, and he wheels and deals down to the 29-yard line. A 6-yard pickup there for Schweitzer, so it'll be 2nd and 4.
29-yard line. Second down and
2:44 left.
I'd like to see somebody else here and then come back to him. You know, you just go to the same guy 3 or 4 times in a row. You've got to give him a break and let the defense see something different once in a while here.
And you got to hang on to that football. They'll be trying to punch it out or grab it out of there. Whiteman to the right side, Prater here to the near side. Anderson in the backfield with Posgay. 2nd and 4. Posgay, hand off.
There you
Anderson
go.
up
Anderson,
the middle.
and
He's
he
got
had
the run, and he's down to the 20-yard line he goes.
He had a great alley to run through, Bob.
9-yard pickup.
He took it. Yeah, it was a nice run. Nice call there on the offense.
1st and 10 for the Railers. Call it the 21-yard line. Oh, there's a late flag flying into the Lincoln backfield. And I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know all these signals, but I don't know if that's a sportsmanlike or what, but
It's going to go against Lincoln.
you got to do something pretty bad to get that to happen. They say something or brings it back to the 36-yard line. It's going to be
15-yard penalty would have been the 21. So now it's going to be 1st and long for the Railsplitters. They're going to have to make it all the way down to the 11-yard line to get a 1st down. 2:11 left for the ball game.
Well, when this series started, we said you can't have any big mistakes, and there was one right there.
Posgay out of the gun. Wing formation. He's got the snap. Hands off Bogdanich.
He lost the ball, and it got picked up by a lineman there.
Who is the man that picked
68 picked
Benninger?
it up, yeah.
Jake Benninger picked up the fumble. And we mentioned it earlier. They're going to be punching at that ball, trying to grab it.
He just happened to be in the right spot at the right time to save the possession for the Railers, but it's a 2nd down now from the 33, and we're down to a minute and a half left.
Lincoln trails it by 3, 24-21. Posgay's got the ball. Hands off to his running back right side, and he is smothered.
Take a timeout.
That was Schweitzer, and he was smothered there by big number 84. That was Tyler Thompson on the tackle for Charleston. Timeout Lincoln with a minute 24 left.
It's 3rd down now, and it's getting pretty serious here for the Railers. They got to find a way to come up with, first of all, they got 3rd down. They got 2 downs to get to about 22 yards for a 1st down to the 10, but
Football's at the 11, at the 31. They're going to have to make it all the way to the 11-yard line.
But, that gets them to the 10. They need to get to the end zone, and they don't have much time left to do it.
Minute 24 remains.
That penalty was a killer, Bob. That cost them 15 yards, and they were in great field position at that point. But that took them out of that good field position. They're still on there. What are we on? The 31-yard line, so it's still doable here. You got to have a big play.
They've got Whiteman, Graham, and Paulus split wide to the right. Prater here to the near side. Bogdanich in the backfield with Posgay.
Lincoln coach Sikowski out talking to the officials. I don't know if he's getting an explanation of that penalty or what, but
Horsham going to snap it to Posgay out of the gun. He's got it. Rolls to his right. He's got 3 receivers out there.
There we go.
He throws it. It's incomplete.
Yeah, threw it short. Thrown on the run, and he threw it short. Got another down now. This play, you got to get to 22 yards on this play at least.
Intended receiver was Jaden Paulus, but he couldn't get back to it.
Yeah, he was open. The ball was just underthrown, and couldn't get to it.
Pardon me, that was Whiteman was the intended receiver. All right, it's 4th and 22 for Lincoln. Posgay out of the gun. He's got Bogdanich. He's got the same 3 guys out wide to the right. And now there's a penalty flag.
Illegal motion by the Railer. That's going to cost them another
back 'em up
5.
again.
That's on the far side, and I don't. I want to say it's a wide out there, making a moving after getting set or something is what they're calling.
Now they move it back to the 37-yard line. A minute 18 left for the game.
And we're getting in Hail Mary territory now.
Posgay's going to operate out of the gun. He's got Bogdanich back there with him. Paulus, Graham, and Whiteman on the right side of the field. He's got a little time.
Let it go.
And
now he's going to throw it.
He throws it deep and tipped away by Charleston. And that's going to be the game right there. He threw an end-over-end pass down there. Intended receiver was Jaden Paulus. And one of the Charleston players went up and slapped it away.
Yeah, we had an opportunity there. We had a couple receivers in the end zone, Bob. And but yeah, good defensive play by Charleston to knock it away.
With a minute 9 left in the game, Charleston leading 24-21, and they're just going to have to take a couple knees.
Yeah, Lincoln may have one timeout left, but it's not enough to get a possession back. So.
That whatever that penalty was, that's the one that hurt us because we were down to the 21-yard line on the move.
Yeah, that was.
Charleston's going to have it at their own 37.
And we're on the move too because we started on our side of the 50 and had gotten down there, had some good runs.
Charleston 24, Lincoln 21. 69 seconds left for the game. Cheney talking to the official. Quarter just going up under center.
Yeah.
Takes the knee. That'll keep the clock moving. All we can do is line up. Next week we'll be back here against the Collinsville K-Hawks. Ceiling.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. There's a knee. 33 seconds left. Charleston celebrating, going to the sideline. That's going to be it. Big lineman shaking hands with some of the Railsplitters out there. Good sportsmanship.
They're going to go to 2-2 on the season. Charleston, after going they hadn't won last year at all. They were 0-9 last year, so they've got 2 victories in their first 4 here this year under a new head coach.
And coach, the Railsplitters so close. They could be 2-2. Lost last week 19-17, and tonight 24-21. They lost the opener 14-0, and both teams out there shaking hands. We'll take a 30-second timeout, and then we'll be back to wrap it up.
Right here at Handlin Field, the Railsplitters host the Collinsville K-Hawks. 7 o'clock next Friday night.
You've been listening to Lincoln Railsplitter Football. I'm Bob Verderber, along with Coach Ken Schweitzer. Paula Kodat engineered it back at the station. Lloyd Kirby filmed it for us down there on the camera, and you'll be able to watch the replay of that if you want to. Coach, it just wasn't meant to be. It was a hard-fought battle all the way, but Lincoln goes down after that last touchdown on the 2-point conversion by Charleston, 24-21.
Yeah, Charleston gave the Railers a lot of opportunities tonight, Bob. Chances to get other points on the board. Couldn't quite get that job done, and then a big penalty on Lincoln on that last drive kind of stalled that, and just wasn't able to get quite enough points. That's about all you can say is there's a game there to be won, and we just didn't get it.
Well, we look to the future, Coach. Tomorrow we'll be back up here in the booth as Collinsville comes to town. It'll be the first time, as you said in the pregame, that Lincoln's played the Collinsville football team.
Yeah, and they were 0-3 going into tonight's game against the Taylorville Tornadoes, so it'll be interesting to see how that one turned out. So they may come in here 0-4 next week, and they'll be looking for a victory, so it won't be easy for the Railers no matter what. And they need a good week of preparation. It's too bad that they couldn't get their homecoming victory tonight, and still haven't got a win, and maybe next week will be the one.
Coach, and I look down along the sideline and I see Thomas Morris, one of the seniors, and it's too bad he got a knee injury in one of the earlier games, and we could have used him out there tonight.
No, certainly, you can always do that, and but you play with what you got, and kids were the running game wasn't bad. We got some kids that ran hard and got some good yardage, but just not enough. Couldn't put enough of it together, and didn't really have any passing game to speak of tonight.
Well, Coach, final score is going to be Charleston 24, Lincoln 21. I want to thank you for riding shotgun with me, Coach Schweitzer. I want to thank Paula Kodat for engineering it, and I want to thank Lloyd Kirby for filming it, and of course all our fine sponsors and fans out there. It was one of the biggest crowds out here in a long time to watch this Lincoln Railsplitter homecoming game, but just wasn't enough. Final score, Charleston 24 and Lincoln 21. Bobby V reporting. Thanks for listening.